All right, good morning, guys. It is early Saturday morning. Actually, it's not as early as I wanted it to be. It's already like 6 o'clock in the morning, but a little storm came through, so I kind of waited it out. So now we're gonna get to the water a little bit later than I wanted, but I'm just getting out here. My Dakota lithium batteries are charged and ready to go. We're gonna go do some filming today on the water, hopefully catch some fish while we're out there. The purpose of this week's video is I'm gonna be testing out a new camera that everybody is gonna want for the back of their kayak. Check this out. This is the new Insta360. It is the ONE X2. Now, I've done some tests already on my motorcycle with this thing, and it's just blowing people's minds how well this looks like. A drone behind you, you know, it gets that perfect drone shot no matter where you're at. And I really wanted one of these for the back of the kayak. So today we're gonna stick one of these off the back of the kayak, and it's just gonna be like a little drone following us around. It'll help to get the shots where I'm casting to the left or the right. And if a fish hits and it's off camera, usually with a GoPro, but with one of these bad boys, it won't be off camera. We'll be able to zoom in on the hit. We'll be able to get the full reel in, catch the fish. These are gonna be awesome. This is gonna be a game changer. So that's the purpose of today's video. We're gonna test this bad boy out, go out, catch some fish out here on the Coosa River. I'm gonna bring you guys with me. Y'all stick around. All right, what do you guys think so far? It is 7:15. We just got on the water. We're leaving the ramp now out here in Gadsden, Alabama. We're on the Coosa River. What do y'all think about the shot? I've got a couple of different angles set up because I'm trying to figure out the best spot for this new Insta360. There are boats everywhere. I think there were about 150 parking spots at Coosa Landing, and they were all full. So there's like 3 tournaments going off here. It's gonna be hard to find a dock to fish this morning, but we're gonna look. I mean, I'm literally able to, if I wanna show you guys this bank, all I gotta do is this. And there's the bank. I can show you guys behind me. If something happens behind me while I'm facing this way in edit, I can just spin the boat around. It's gonna be tough to fish out here with all these boats. This is just constant weight. We'll give it a shot. So what do y'all think about this camera so far? The Insta360. And I think it's amazing. I mean, it really is like having a drone behind the boat. And I don't have you guys up that high. As you can tell, you're about eye level with me. Even though I can zoom way back like this, and then I can come back in close. But here in a little while, I'll extend it as far out as I can get it and see what kind of shot we can get. I love being able to cast off camera and still be on camera. How crazy is that? There's a cat walking down the bank right here to my left. And if I had the GoPro set up, you guys wouldn't be able to see that. You wouldn't be able to see the bird catching fish right here beside me, or the cat walking up the bank over here to the left. But with the Insta360, you can see it all. Be nice if the weather stayed just like this all day. Let's ease down to this this little dock right here and see if we can pull something out from up under it. Like I said, this has been fished extremely hard already. It is 7:20 in the morning. I'm sure they blasted off at daylight with about 150 boats right here. Even when I pulled up, there's like 6 boats just right beside the ramp fishing. That's how tough it is. I mean, you can run all the way to Ohatchee, or you can run all the way to the other side of Gadsden here, but it's kind of a narrow river. So all the fishing spots here, everybody knows about them. There's all the community holes are everyone's spots, as you know, you'd call it. If you got your fishing spot here, you know, I've got some spots here that I call my own, but they're basically just community holes because everyone fishes everywhere here. So a lot of you guys that watched last week's video when I did the comparison to the Hobie PA14 and that NAR, as you can tell, this is the difference. So I've got all of this space in front of my feet that I don't want to shake the camera a whole lot because it rocks the boat when I walk around. But as you can see, I can stand anywhere I want. I could stand up on the seat. I could walk to the back of this kayak. The stability on the Hobie Pro Angler 14 is insane. Now, I'm not bashing that Jackson NAR. That Jackson NAR was a great kayak. It's a great kayak for anybody who wants to get a good pedal drive kayak. It had decent stability. It had good speed. But I like the openness of this Pro Angler. I like to be able to pull the Mirage drive out. My drive system is literally just shoved up under my seat because I've got the trolling motor on the front. But as you can tell, I can just walk around this boat and there's no issues. I can stand up in the seat. I can fish. I mean, if you watch Christine Fisher, she literally just walks all over hers like it's a bass boat. It's insane, but it's really no comparison to this boat. And you know, it's nothing against Jackson. I just wanted to do a comparison video to show the difference between these kayaks. I hate that I'm shaking the camera back and forth like I am, but you know, it's on the market to be compared with this boat, and it's really apples and oranges if you look at it. But I mean, I fell in love with this boat the first time I got it. Maybe there's other people out there who like that boat better than this one, that like, you know, I know Native makes a good one. They used to make that 13.5 Slayer, or the Native, what was that? Was it the Slayer? No, the Titan. Like Greg Blanchard, he loves his Titan, which those are great boats. I just really, really like the layout. I like the space, you know, that I've got in this boat. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna extend you guys as high as I can get you really quick and see what kind of shot it looks like. So let me come back here, go all the way up to there. All right, so that's, I hate that it's shaky right now. I'm wobbling around, but the further out I get, the more shaky the camera is going to be on the end. But this is my DIY pole. I'm not sure 100% on how far it is. I think it's like 6.5 feet all the way out. But here's the view with the Insta360. I mean, it really is like there is a drone behind my kayak. Let's see if I can get a shot of it with the GoPro here. As you can see, I just got it attached to my rail. That's my DIY camera pole. If you hadn't seen that video, it's an old one, but I'll link it right here on how I built that. And I can telescope it all the way up. And I got the Insta360 right up there. Maybe that sun will go behind that tree and you can see it. There you go. I got it all the way up there. But I can spin the camera around. We can zoom in on this Pro Bass boat just running down the river. Oh, that's Bucks Island guys. We know them. They must be fishing in the tournament this morning. Anyway, how cool is this? So I'm gonna shoot on up past this bridge.
All right, let's pause it right here really quick because this is future TJ, by the way. I'm back in the shop and I'm fixing to really scratch my brand new Insta360 camera right here on the first trip out. You're fixing to see it as soon as I unpause this footage. But what happened was I had the camera pole further out past my kayak than the back of my kayak. So I thought that my kayak, if anything hits the pylon, my kayak would hit first. And I heard the bump and I heard me sliding, and I actually thought it was just like the handle of my kayak or the back corner of my kayak. When I turned around, it wasn't. It was actually my Insta360 camera. It was sticking out just far enough out. And these cameras, as you'll see in a minute, I'm fixing to show you a detailed, review of this thing. But the lenses is 360, so they stick out way further than anything else on the camera. So the first thing that hit this pylon, as you're gonna see, was the lens, and I just scratched the crap out of it all the way down. So I'm gonna restart the video really quick. You can see where I just kind of scratched the camera really bad. My day goes to crap, and then we're back in here, and I'm gonna tell you my final thoughts on this new camera and show you how you can get one for yourself and save a little money when you do it. So let's get back to it.
Do that. Did I just touch the wall with the fucking lens of that? Oh my God. Well, the camera just backed into the pylon there on the bridge, and one thing you don't want to do on these cameras is scratch the lens, which is exactly what I just did.
All right, so needless to say, I didn't do much more fishing after that, so I kind of just moped around a little bit, tried to clean the lens off as much as possible. You really can't tell. I was a little over dramatic because I was really upset that I thought that I just ruined my camera, because everything that I read is like, don't touch the lens, don't scratch the lens, don't look at the lens, because it can mess up your footage, because this camera is filming everything. I mean, it's literally filming everything around you all at once, and then when you're editing, you can kind of manipulate the footage and aim it where you want to aim it. So if there's a scratch somewhere, every time you're moving the footage around, you can see where that scratch is. And it just broke my heart when, my first trip out with this thing is I smack, it's hanging off the back of a boat. What are the odds of me hitting a bridge pylon with just the camera lens? But if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to me. So anyway, we're back home now in the garage. My final thoughts on this camera though, it's amazing. So I've actually had it for about a week, and I'll throw up a little footage right here of my motorcycle trip that I've been riding. So I've been using it, kind of getting the gist of the camera system and how to move it around and stuff by attaching it to the front handlebars of my motorcycle, and it's amazing. I have been blowing people's minds with the footage that I've been getting from, just riding around on my motorcycle to work and stuff, and just kind of using it. And I told people that I had a drone following me around for the longest time, and they believe me. But anyway, this is the ONE X2 by Insta360. They've got a lot of cool stuff, a lot of accessories for these cameras. So this is a protector of the lens, because if you don't want to touch or scratch the lens. So that's what I've been pulling back and forth with this thing. So it's amazing. I mean, I feel like this camera is right out of the future. The way that you can just film everything at once and then edit it later. You don't even have to aim this camera at yourself. You just stick it on a stick and just stick it somewhere, and it's gonna record you. All you have to do is, turn the camera and edit and aim it to where you wanna aim it. So anyway, they've got the cameras on their website. One of the things that I have been using is their little telescopic stick that they've got. So it's about 8 or 9 inches long, but then you can pull it really far out. And this is what I've been using to get the footage on my motorcycle. And if you pair it with their little tripod handle, it extends it a little bit further, and then you can unlock it to get a free swivel. So it's almost like a battery-free gimbal. If you wanted to use it, you can just kind of turn it around. But if you lock it in place, you can also pop the legs out, and you've got a tripod to use with it. But they've got all kind of crazy attachments for this thing. I mean, this is gonna blow the market up. I'm telling you right now, the Insta360, I know this one's been out for a little while, but it's amazing. It's like one of the best cameras you can get. It's waterproof. There's so many specs on this, I can't even get them all out in this one video. So I am gonna have another video where I'm hopefully get some good fish caught. There's a fly in my garage and it's about to drive me nuts. But hopefully in the next video, I'll be able to show you some cool footage of how I can turn it to focus in on me reeling in a big fish and then getting in the net and holding it up. And all I gotta do is just stick the camera out behind the boat to get the footage. But I'm gonna link this in the video description below, and if I've got a promo code, which I think they did send me a promo code, full disclosure, Insta360 did send me this, although I have been setting money aside to buy one of these, and now that money is gonna go to buying extra batteries for one of these, because I wanna be able to film all day while I'm out on the water with this thing. But I'll have it linked below. If I've got a promo code, it'll be next to it, so you can save you some money if you wanna invest in one of these. If you've got a YouTube channel, you need one of these. If you don't have a YouTube channel and you just like to film stuff, you need one of these, because you can hike with it, you can bike with it, you can do just about anything you want with this thing, and it's not like a GoPro. Like a GoPro, you've got to make sure you've got that shot or you're gonna miss it. You never miss the shot with this camera. Like, as you could see, I just stuck it behind me and I got all of the footage that I needed just from this one camera. So I'm gonna leave the link below. Like I said, click the link, go check out their website, check out all the cool attachments and gear that they got for these things. And I'm gonna do some filming with it this week, hopefully get some good fishing with this camera. I'm just gonna start throwing this thing in my pocket every time I go out, try to get you guys some good footage. That is gonna do it for this week's video. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go check out my other videos. I upload every Thursday at 2 p.m. and I catch you next Thursday at 2 p.m. Peace.